and welcome back to my channel. So first up, I'm going in with the Garnier Micellar Water just on a cotton pad just to make sure the face is all nice and clean for the primer. Then for primer, I'm going in with the Benefit That Gal. I love this primer, especially for clients with more drier skin. It just makes the face look nice and dewy underneath the foundation. So I'm just stippling that all over her face with a Makeup Addictions cosmetic stippling brush. Then for foundation, I use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC35. And I ended up only using about one pump of this just because I didn't want a full coverage, because obviously she doesn't need it. Her skin is already so flawless. So I'm just blending that all in with a damp beauty blender. Then to conceal her under eye area, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me, of course, in the shade Light, and just placing that underneath her eyes with a concealer brush. Then I went on to putting it on her chin, Cupid's bow around her nostrils, on her forehead, and down the center of her nose. Then to bake her under eye area, I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder. I was recommended this by one of my subscribers, and oh my god, it's actually really good. When I first put it on, I was like, holy shit, this is so white, but then once you brush off the excess, it looks really flawless. So I would 100% recommend this product if you're not keen on spending around $70 for the Laura Mercier one, but I do still love my Laura Mercier one. So yeah, but I do actually really like this one as well. And then to set the rest of her face really lightly, I'm using the Australis Fresh and Flawless Face Powder, and this one's in the shade Darkest Brown. Then I'm priming her eyelids with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer as well in the shade Light, and then just blending it all out. Then setting the eyelids with the same translucent powder just to ensure that the eyeshadows blend seamlessly. Then to bronze, I'm using the Hoola Benefit Bronzer just on my Angled Spectrum Cosmetics brush. And as you can see, I'm just placing that in the hollows of her cheekbones, jawline, around the perimeters of her face, temples, and then down the sides of her nose. Then to chisel out her cheeks a little bit more, I'm just using the brush that actually came with Hoola, which is literally one of my favorite contouring brushes ever, and just placing that in the hollows of her cheekbones. Then taking the same RCMA translucent powder, I'm just using that to bake her contour. The only thing I don't like about it is the lid. Like, it's really awkward to like dispense, so I had to actually put some in my hand to use. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna like get a little pan or something to put it in. And then for blush, I'm using the NARS Orgasm blush. It's one of my favorites at the moment. And then to highlighter, I'm using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop.
star, you my bunny, I'm your Clark. From now to eternity, I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arms. The others don't matter, my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one and I know this. Perfect soulmate, I wanna show it my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard times.
Then for brows, I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Brow Palette. I'm using the shade Soft Brown on my favorite eyebrow brush, which is by Pony Cosmetics, and just filling in her brows. Then just taking some more of that Maybelline concealer just to really carve out the bottoms, which will just give the brows a more sharper look. Then for the eyes, I'm taking some tape. I never use tape. I hate using tape just because I hate like a really strong line of eyeshadow. But for this, I found that it's probably the best thing for it. So what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing tape and placing that on the sides of her eyes parallel to the end of her eyebrow. And then I'm going in with Creme Brûlée by Makeup Geek as a transition shade and just buffing that into her crease. Then going in with the Maybelline Gel Liner in black, and as you can see, I'm just placing that on the outer corner of her eye, and then I'm grabbing a tapered blending brush. This one's by Zoeva. As always, I'll leave a brush list down below. I haven't got any product on the brush. All I'm doing is just really smoking and smudging that liner out. Then probably for the most satisfying part of the video, I'm removing the tape from either side of her eyes, and then I'm just cleaning up where the tape may have taken off some foundation and concealer. Then taking Shimma by Makeup Geek and placing that on the lids. I felt like it really needed this shimmery eyeshadow just to tie everything all together, and I really like how it turned out. Then to smoke out her lower lash line, I'm taking Americano, also by Makeup Geek, and just using that on a shader brush to begin the smoky process in the lower lash line. And then I go in with the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner again to line her waterline. Just using that same tapered Zoeva brush that we used to smoke out the top liner, I'm just using that on the bottom just to make everything a lot more smokier. Then I'm just taking Shimma again and just highlighting her inner corners, Cupid's bow, and then a little bit on the tip of the nose. And then for mascara, I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash just on some disposable mascara wands. And then for lashes, I'm using my favorites, which are the Model Rock 212 lashes, which you can get in a bulk pack for $100 for 50 pairs. So then randomly I decided to add a double wing. I haven't done this before, so I was just playing around. So yeah, I can't really explain exactly what I was doing, but basically I've just grabbed Corrupt by Makeup Geek, which is just a black matte eyeshadow, and I've just intensified the outer corner of the lower lash lines, and then I just grabbed a eyeliner brush with the same eyeshadow, just a matte black, and then I just created a line directly underneath the top wing, and then just blended it out and hope for the best pretty much. And it did work out. I actually really liked how it turned out. I don't know if I prefer it without it or with it, but I just went with it, and I guess I liked how it turned out. For lips, I went with Sheer Lip Liner by Gerard Cosmetics. I probably use this lip liner or the nude one in like every single one of my client videos, and I pretty much use them on all my clients. I love how creamy they are, and I love the colors. So yep, I used Sheer, and then to fill in, I used Honey Love by MAC. I've had this for ages, but I just never get around to using it just because it looks so light in the tube, and I'm just like, nah, that's just going to wash them out. It's just going to look like concealer on the lips, but I've really been enjoying it lately and have been using it on more clients. I just don't like how matte it is, so then I like to put a clear gloss on top. So yeah, the clear gloss I use all the time is by Rimmel. I can't remember the name for the life of me, but I'll definitely leave it listed down below. It's super cheap, it's not sticky, it doesn't smell bad, it doesn't taste bad. I love it. So this is the final look, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I loved filming it. If you want to see Lily more on my channel, let me know in the comments below. Everyone always seems to love her when she's on my channel. I mean, how can you not? She's so stunning and pretty much suits every single makeup look ever. She actually travels 2 hours to come film with me. Like, is that dedication or what? I love her so much. And of course, I love you guys that are watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.